Joining us now is Democratic Senator Adam Schiff of California. He's a member of the Senate Judiciary Committee. Senator, thank you very much for joining us tonight. What is your legal view of the state of the evidence so far?
Well, I think it's important to remember that all of this campaign, this military campaign, is unlawful, unconstitutional. Congress has not authorized these actions. There's no imminent threat of invasion or attack from Venezuela. So all of this is unlawful. But if there was an order to deliberately kill these two survivors, that moves unlawful, unconstitutional into the realm of war crimes. And it was interesting watching that press conference with the president and Hegseth, where he appears to read carefully worded language along the lines of the admiral took action to destroy the ship and eliminate the threat. And I think the reason he worded it that way, the reason probably lawyers told him to word it that way, is they want to, I think, try to distinguish, oh, no, they weren't trying to kill the survivors. They were just trying to destroy the boat they were on. That's a very flimsy read, I think, to try to hang their hat on. If indeed Hegseth ordered for all these people to be killed, and the admiral acted on that order, whether Hegseth was in the room or he wasn't in the room, and I think you're right to be entirely skeptical of any claim Hegseth makes about what he knew or didn't know. But if he gave the order to kill everyone, then he is responsible for the killing of those survivors and a potential war crime. I think the only way we get to the bottom of this is by analyzing the video, audio if it exists, but also having the admiral testify and others who were present testify so that we can hear firsthand what did they see, what did they know, what were the orders, what action did they take.
Well, we just heard Roger Wicker, the Senate Armed Services Committee chairman, say in no uncertain terms that he and the committee are going to see every bit of video and they're going to hear every bit of audio. He's determined to get all of that evidence, and he does have the power to do that.
He certainly has the power to do it, and I hope that he will. I think he seems very serious about it, and I know Roger, I think he's determined. Will the administration provide it? Will they need to somehow subpoena it? Are they willing to go to the mat to fight the administration for that? Are they going to go beyond privately interviewing the admiral? Will they conduct a public hearing? Will they allow the public to see the video and audio so that it's not described to us by third parties? There's a lot of variation in what kind of oversight, how rigorous it can be. If it's going to enjoy the public confidence, I think it has to be done out in the open. And I hope on a bipartisan basis that they will persevere and insist on public hearings and public disclosure of all the evidence.
It does seem that we will eventually get there, either through this year's, coming year's hearings in the House and the Senate in investigations, or when the Democrats control at least the House of Representatives, as they are likely to after next year's election, and then you will see unencumbered investigations of this sort of thing. And then, of course, there is the next presidency. If the next presidency has a Democratic administration with an attorney general chosen by a Democratic president, this is a criminal investigation that could be opened on day one.
I think all that is very true, and it's part of the reason why Senator Kaine, myself, Rand Paul have introduced resolutions and may introduce yet another to make it clear that Congress is not authorizing these actions. These actions expose our service members to physical harm, but as we made the case the last time we brought up one of these war powers resolution, it also exposes these service members to legal harm, to legal exposure, and now we see that so graphically with what's taken place. But yes, Lawrence, one way or another, one time or another, we will get to the bottom of this. I am concerned in the near term that the president saying he's closing off or trying to close off airspace above Venezuela, his more leaning into statements that we're going to strike land. This would be, another potential opportunity for Trump to push this issue of a potential war crime off the front and center and bring about a conflict with Venezuela to focus the country's attention on that instead. I'm not saying that's what he will do, but nevertheless, we have seen this president engage in reckless conduct as a way of distracting from his other problems.
Senator Adam Schiff, thank you very much for joining us tonight.